The Vice Admiral James A. Zimble Valedictorian Award is presented by the Henry M. Jackson Foundation for the Advancement of Military Medicine, and it is one of several awards presented by the foundation during today's ceremony. The Zimble Award is given annually to the graduating student or students from the School of Medicine who have achieved the highest level of academic performance over all 4 years. The 3 class of 2022 valedictorians are Ensign Alex Dunaway, Ensign Molly Kunstler, and Second Lieutenant Alex Yang. Yes, all 3 of you come forward together. Which Alex? Here, you guys step back. We'll do one at a time.
Thanks, Alex.
Our next award, the AMSUS Award, will also be presented by Dr. Elster on behalf of retired Brigadier General John Cho, the Executive Director of AMSUS, who could not be here with us today. This award is presented to the student who best demonstrates exceptional leadership while simultaneously achieving an excellent academic performance. The recipient is recognized for their selflessness while exercising leadership talent that benefited the well-being of the class and the School of Medicine as a whole. The student also possesses the personal qualities of sensitivity, reflectiveness, commitment, trust, and integrity. Their officership serves as a standard for all classmates and is truly reflective of the role of the military physician. The AMSUS Award includes a membership for 5 years into the Society of Federal Health Professionals. This year's award is presented to Ensign Elan Bressler-Rayshap. It is now our pleasure to announce the presentation of the Service Surgeons General Awards. The Uniformed Services University faculty has selected these medical students for recognition of their outstanding academic performance, military medical professionalism, and the exemplary manner in which they demonstrate a commitment towards enhancing the goals of the uniformed services that they represent. So we're going to first invite Lieutenant General Robert Miller, Surgeon General. Sorry. He's our U.S. Air Force and U.S. Space Force Surgeon General. He will be presenting with Dr. Elster, the Air Force Surgeon General Award. And this year's recipient is Second Lieutenant Hannah Brink. Thank you, General Milder. So Major General Crossland, Deputy Army Surgeon General, Deputy Commanding General of Operations, and all those wonderful things, including family medicine, I have to say that. It was here with us for the Surgeon General's Award for the Army, and we present it this year to Second Lieutenant Gabrielle Falco. Thank you, General Crossland. Now Rear Admiral Gail Schaefer, Deputy Navy Surgeon General, Deputy Chief, Bureau of Medicine and Surgery, will present the Navy Surgeon General's Award. And this year's recipient is Ensign Carolina Sirhan. Thank you, Admiral Schaefer. Rear Admiral Denise Hinton, Deputy U.S. Public Health Service Surgeon General, will present the U.S. Public Health Service Surgeon General's Award to this year's winner, Ensign Abigail Hawkins. Thank you, Admiral Hinton. Dr. Elster, you may be seated. We will now move on to the next series of awards, recognizing additional honors earned by many students in this phenomenal class. The national organizations sponsoring these awards serve a common mission, and that is to address our national defense responsibilities, advocate for and support our military preparedness, educate the public and elected officials on defense issues, and to support the men and women of our military services. We greatly appreciate the efforts of these organizations and their recognition of our graduates. These awards are presented to graduating students whose medical school careers have been characterized by the highest level of academic achievement, military medical professionalism, leadership, and selfless service. For more extensive information on these awards, you may look into your program. And assisting me today in announcing these awards is Colonel Catherine Kimball Ayers, the Commendations School of Medicine, and I would like to ask Dean Elster and Colonel Donahue to assist in the presentation of the awards.
Good morning. Exciting to see all of you out here. All right, so we're going to start with the Army. The Association of the U.S. Army Award will be presented by Dean Elster and Colonel Donahue. General Crossland, if you'll join Dean Elster and Colonel Donahue in recognizing our awardee. This award is given to a graduating Army officer whose medical school career has been characterized by academic achievement, military medical professionalism, and commitment to fellow students. This year's AUSA award is presented to Second Lieutenant Carissa Seeley. Thank you, General Crossland. General Miller, if you would please join Dean Elster and Colonel Donahue. The Air and Space Forces Association's award will be presented by Colonel Donahue, Dean Elster, and General Miller. In developing the award, the Air Force and Space Forces Association, with the help of the Air Force Surgeon General's staff, was able to locate members of the family of the late Major General Malcolm Grow, U.S. Air Force Medical Corps, first Surgeon General of the Air Force, who agreed to lend the general's name to the award. This award is given to a graduating Air Force officer whose medical career has been characterized by academic achievement, military medical professionalism, and commitment to fellow students. It is with great pleasure that the Air and Space Forces Association's General Malcolm Grow Award is presented to Second Lieutenant Brianna Pampa Hogan. Thank you, General Miller. Ms. Klein and Admiral Schaefer, if you will join Dean Elster and Colonel Donahue. The Navy League Award will be presented by Ms. Klein, Executive Director of the National Capital Council of the Navy League, and Admiral Schaefer, Dean Elster, and Colonel Donahue. This award has the longest association with USU, having been established in 1985. It is sponsored by the National Capital Council of the Navy League and presented to a graduating Navy or public health service officer whose medical school career has been characterized by academic achievement, military medical professionalism, and commitment to fellow students. This year's Navy League Award is presented to Ensign Braylon Wyatt. Thank you, Ms. Klein, Admiral Schaefer, Dean Elster, and Colonel Donahue. If I could have Commander Witsa Saeed and Admiral Hinton come forward, please. I think you're done. Yeah, you can hand that to them. The 2022 Excellence in Public Health Award will be presented by Commander Witsa Saeed, our former U.S. Public Health Service Company Commander and Assistant Commandant, and Admiral Hinton. The Physician Professional Advisory Committee of the United States Public Health Service is proud to announce the 2022 Excellence in Public Health Award. This awards program recognizes both civilian and uniformed medical students, all uniformed medical students, not just public health, across the nation who advance public health in their communities and who exemplify the U.S. Public Health Service's mission to protect, promote, and advance the health and safety of our nation. The 2022 award is presented to Second Lieutenant Bianca Eubanks and Second Lieutenant Hallie Lindsay.
Thank you, Colonel Kimball Ayers. We will now move on to recognize several faculty members for their contribution to medical education. The Outstanding Civilian Educator Award and the William P. Clements Jr. Award will be presented by Dean Elster. Both faculty award recipients were chosen by the medical students and led by the graduating medical students. Joining Dr. Elster in the presentation will be Second Lieutenant Spencer Glancy, President of the class of 2022, and Second Lieutenant Loxley Godshall Bennett, Vice President of the class. The Outstanding Civilian Educator Award is presented to Dr. Guinevere Granite, Director of Human Anatomy, Associate Professor, Department of Surgery. Dr. Granite here. Come on up. The William P. Clements Jr. Award is presented to Major Laura Tilley, Assistant Professor, Department of Military and Emergency Medicine. Thank you, Spencer Loxley. My Assistant Dean for Clinical Sciences, Colonel Ashley Moranich, will introduce the next series of awards.
So we're now going to move to a series of awards that recognize student accomplishment in a variety of areas. These awards are all presented in honor of distinguished USU faculty and staff members. And you can look in the back of your program for full descriptions of each award. We're going to start with the Emma L. Bachman Memorial Award, which will be presented by Dr. Kimberly Burns, Chairman of the Emma L. Bachman Memorial Award Committee, Department of Anatomy, Physiology, and Genetics. So the 2022 award is actually presented to Second Lieutenant Josephine Pucci, who's unable to attend this morning's ceremony. So we'd like to invite her classmate and spouse, Second Lieutenant Bradley Pierce, to come up and receive the award on her behalf. Josephine's project title was Poor Sleep Quality is Linked to Elevated Extracellular Vesicle-Associated Inflammatory Cytokines in Warfighters with Chronic Mild Traumatic Brain Injuries. We have 3 students receiving the School of Medicine Emma Bachman Award Honorable Mention. And those are Second Lieutenant Ryan Stevens, Ensign Kieran Chung, and Ensign Allison Duncan. The recipient of the Graduate Student Emma Bachman Award Honorable Mention is Ms. Catherine Pojita, an MD PhD candidate. Her project title is PD-1 Protects Expanding Human CD8 T Cells from Premature Restimulation-Induced Cell Death. Congratulations, Catherine. Thank you. The John F. Marr Award for Excellence in Internal Medicine will be presented by Dr. Kevin K. Chung, Professor and Chair for the Department of Medicine and Professor of Surgery. This year's award is presented to Ensign Jessica Lilly. The Gregory Argyros Army Chapter of the American College of Physicians Outstanding Achievement Award is presented to Second Lieutenant Alexander Mangarian. On behalf of the Navy chapter of the American College of Physicians, Dr. Chung will now present the Angeline Lazarus Award for Outstanding Achievement. The 2022 award is presented to Ensign Ashley Otto. Our next award is the Marcia S. Salzer Award for demonstration of exceptional humanism in medicine. And this year's recipient is Ensign Natalie May. On behalf of the Air Force chapter of the American College of Physicians, Dr. Chung will now present the Arnice Pak Award for Outstanding Achievement. This year's award is presented to Second Lieutenant Luke Rhines. Thank you, Dr. Chung. We now ask Colonel Benjamin Potter, Professor and Chair of the Department of Surgery, to come forward to present the Jeffrey P. Cavolius Award for Academic Excellence in Surgery. This year's award is presented to Second Lieutenant Zachary Riggenbach. The American College of Surgeons David G. Burris Award for 2022 is awarded to Ensign Gregory Murtha. Thank you, Dr. Potter. We will now present the Captain Richard R. Hooper Memorial Award for Excellence in Preventive Medicine by Colonel James Mancuso, Professor and Chair, the Department of Preventive Medicine and Biostatistics, as well as Colonel Casey Chu, Vice Chair, PMB, and Lieutenant Commander Amy Rogers. This year's awardee is Ensign Trung Ho. Thank you, Colonel Mancuso, Colonel Chu, and Commander Rogers. The Captain A. Bernard Pleat Outstanding Student in Neurology Award, which recognizes the overall performance of a student in neurology, is presented to Second Lieutenant Josephine Pucci. So we will again ask her spouse, Second Lieutenant Pierce, to come accept this award on her behalf. Our next award is the Gold Humanism Honor Society USU Chapter Faculty of the Year, and it will be presented by Dr. Guinevere Granite, Director of Human Anatomy and Associate Professor in the Department of Surgery. And this year's recipient is Lieutenant Commander Sebastian Lara. And the Gold Humanism Honor Society, USU, Chapter Student of the Year is presented this year to Ensign Sean Williams. Thanks, Dr. Grant. Our next award will be presented by Dr. David Benedict, Professor and Chair of the Department of Psychiatry. This is the Robert J. Ursano Award and is presented this year to Ensign Derek Knox. The Harry C. Holloway Award is awarded by the Department of Psychiatry to the graduating medical student with the highest cumulative grade in psychiatry. This year's recipient is Second Lieutenant Josephine Pucci. So Lieutenant Pierce, if you will once again come and accept this award on her behalf. Thanks, Dr. Benedict. Our next award is Academic Excellence in Anesthesiology. It will be presented by Dr. Arlene Hudson, the Associate Professor and Chair of the Department of Anesthesiology. This year's award is presented to Second Lieutenant Henry Melgarejo. And the Outstanding Student Leadership in Anesthesiology Award is presented to Second Lieutenant Paige Oates. Thank you, Dr. Hudson. The Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Kyanin Military Medicine Award will be presented by Captain Sherry Rudinsky, Associate Professor, Department of Military and Emergency Medicine. This year's awardee is Ensign Melissa Engel. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Dr. Ryan Landau, the Assistant Dean for Preclinical Sciences, who will announce the next awards.
Thank you, Colonel Marinich. The Society of Uniformed Services Psychiatrists Award will be presented by Lieutenant Colonel Eric Meyer, Associate Professor of Psychiatry and a Psychiatry Consultant to the United States Air and Space Force Office of the Surgeon General. This year's recipient is Second Lieutenant Loxley Godshaw Bennett. Thank you, Colonel Meyer. We would like to invite Captain Rudinsky to present the next three awards. The Society for Academic Emergency Medicine Excellence in Emergency Medicine Award. This year's recipient is Second Lieutenant Ariana Moreno. Our next award is the Government Services Chapter of the American College of Emergency Physicians USU Senior Student Award. The 2022 recipients are Second Lieutenant Kyler Osborne and Second Lieutenant Ryan Stevens. The American College of Emergency Physicians Medical Student Professionalism and Service Award. The 2022 recipient is Second Lieutenant Jennifer Bakizier. Thank you, Dr. Radinsky. Dr. Matthew Hawks, Associate Professor of Family Medicine, will present this year's Uniformed Services Academy of Family Physicians Outstanding Student of the Year Award. This year's recipient is Ensign Abigail Hawkins. Thank you, Dr. Hawks. The Armed Forces District American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists Outstanding Student in Obstetrics and Gynecology Award will be presented by Dr. Logan Peterson, Assistant Professor and Director of Clinical Clerkships. This year's award goes to Second Lieutenant Nicole Kearns. Thank you, Dr. Peterson. The Pathology Honor Society Award will be presented by Dr. Barbara Nolman-Rochelle, Vice Chair of Education, Department of Pathology. This year's recipients are Second Lieutenant David Danielson, Second Lieutenant Molly Stallons, Ensign Olivia Luong, and Second Lieutenant Nicholas Cho. The USU Outstanding Student in Pediatrics Award will be presented by Colonel Patrick Hickey, Professor and Chair, Department of Pediatrics. This year's recipient is Ensign Brianna Morrow. The next award is the American Academy Services Chapter East Outstanding Achievement in Pediatrics Award. This year's recipient is Second Lieutenant Connor Liggett. The American Academy Services Chapter West Outstanding Achievement in Pediatrics Award. This year's recipient is Second Lieutenant Alex Yang. Thank you, Dr. Hickey. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Kamea Bell, Assistant Dean, Wellbeing Program, to the podium to read out our next set of awards.
The American Medical Women's Association Glasgow-Rubin Certificates of Commendation for Academic Achievement is given to women who graduated in the top 10% of the class. This year's recipients are Ensign Molly Kunstler, Second Lieutenant Carissa Seeley, Ensign Elan Brosser-Reishop, Second Lieutenant Gabrielle Falco, and Second Lieutenant Maria Alexander. And Ensign Megan Bartel. In addition, we'd like to recognize several members of the class who have received certificates of appreciation for special support to the Committee on Admissions. These students served as interviewers, assisting the committee in gaining insight into the character and motivation of applicants to the School of Medicine and evaluating their potential to become physicians in the uniformed services. Applicants welcomed the opportunity to interface with these students, and the School of Medicine benefited from their important contributions. These students are listed in the program, and we ask that they stand and be recognized. Thank you for all that extra time. That's a lot of extra time. At this point in the ceremony, I would like to welcome Class President, Second Lieutenant Spencer Glancy, and Class Vice President, Second Lieutenant Loxley Godshall Bennett to the podium to present the class gift. I'd also like to again invite Dean Elster to come forward.
The 2022 class gift will be continued support of the Pass Down Fund, a USU tradition. The funds collected from our class as we move forward in our careers will be used to help improve and augment the USU experience for future colleagues. We are thankful for those who have paved the way before us and are excited to show support for our future friends as they follow in our footsteps.
Well, thank you to the class of 22 for your generosity and commitment to the future students of America's Medical School. Well, we did it, 45 minutes, we are done. So this concludes our formal ceremony. But I have to say, I don't know if we all looked around, all of our graduates are in their captain's rank, frocked today for the purposes of this ceremony and for your class photo, and the weather is cooperating. So our photographer is due to arrive in about 15 minutes, around 11 o'clock. So team, I need you all to hang here, come thank our general officers and meet them, so show your appreciation to their support of our ceremony today. But this concludes our formal ceremony. Thank all of you for your attendance. And I don't think we need to stay seated for the official party to depart. We are just going to end the ceremony and move on to the next part of our day. Thank you all.
Oh, yes.
Let's go, sir. Thanks so much. It's from Washington. I do, yes. Cool, outdoors and stuff. I won't see much of the outdoors. Yeah. There's so much in the army. Yeah. You're awesome. Sorry. I didn't know. Oh, yeah.